name is Nikisha Leatherwood. I am currently the principal of Alta Vista Elementary School, located in Haines City, Florida. I've just had the pleasure of completing my second year as principal and will soon be beginning my third year. My educational experience begins with my formal education. I received a bachelor's degree in elementary education from Russ College, which is located in Holly Springs, Mississippi. From there, I began my teaching career at Milam Elementary, which is located in Tupelo, Mississippi. After teaching for about maybe a year or two, I knew that there was more, and I taught with a caliber of teachers that were second to none. So going for the gusto at that time was earning a master's degree in elementary education with an emphasis on curriculum and instruction with the minors of math and science. This degree was something that I needed to just solidify who I was as a teacher and to open up the doors, more opportunities, more pay was one of the perks. But in Mississippi at that time, just having the esteem of having a master's degree. From there, I went on to become a national board certified teacher, and I'm a middle childhood generalist. That certificate, I believe, is still current, but may expire soon as I'm no longer teaching. After teaching for about maybe 5.5, 6 years, I really began to think at a higher level, more beyond the classroom, but how could I have an impact on a larger group? And I began to pursue a specialist degree in elementary education, not elementary education, but educational leadership. And this was going to be that degree that was the gateway to maybe the principalship or the assistant principalship or just some opportunities beyond the classroom. In Mississippi at the time, there were not many opportunities in the classroom once I obtained this degree. And just one day, kind of like out of nowhere, the Lord just spoke to me and said, go. And I'm like, go where? Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? And he just said, go and I'll show you. And I can truly say that God is true to his word. He began to open doors quicker than I've ever seen before. My family and I, we relocated to Davenport, Florida in March of 2010. And I was about 3/4 way finished with my 8th year of teaching. At the time, actually, like it was March, we came to Florida, and at that time I began teaching at an elementary school located here in Davenport. The name of the school is Horizons Elementary. What a blessed place. And I completed teaching like just from April to June. The school was 2 years old at the time. I was hired over the telephone, truly the grace of God. And once I completed that opportunity, I then began the next opportunity, which was a math coach. So I was a math coach at this school for 1 year, and then just moving into Polk County, had to jump through a series of opportunities, which included what was the first thing? I believe it was getting into the assistant principal's pool. So it's called the Aspiring Leaders Program. So I did that, which was one of just the hoops to become an assistant principal in Polk County, Florida. I became the assistant principal of curriculum at Mulberry Middle School the fall of 2011. I served there for 1.5 years, and then I came back to the Davenport area and was the assistant principal at Horizons, the same school who hired me, for 2.5 years. And in the summer of 2015, the same summer that I began my doctoral degree program for the first time, a member of Cohort C, I was awarded or appointed as the principal of Alta Vista Elementary, and I've been there ever since. So it's safe to say I'm completing 15 years of service in education, students in Mississippi and students in Florida. Now, for the next chapter in my life, if I could have, let's just see, a business or some type of institution, I think I would expound upon having a school, but a school that was more inclusive, a school that had like childcare on site, because the profession is predominantly women. And as I watch now the younger teachers begin, it's a very sad time when they have their babies and then they have to go and they have to come back. I would love to have a school that allowed for that on-site child care, where the children, these newborns, these babies of these new teachers would receive adequate care, where there would be a sense of comfort, and most of all, where it would be affordable. This actually is something that the Lord placed in my heart back in 2011. There was like a really great teacher, and he and his wife had twins, and they just weren't able to even continue teaching. I think one had to stay home, and maybe the other one had to leave the profession because it was actually cheaper to stay home than it was to provide childcare. But our children in the school still need someone who can come and give that adequate service to them while they serve the students in the public. So in this school, beyond just being inclusive with students that have multiple needs, I want it to be also inclusive for teachers, so that they could have that on-site child care, maybe have the fee very reduced, where we could have a grant writing team to write grants to pay for the services that would provide the necessary child care. Also having some inclusive services like on-site checkups, wellness for even the students who are in school who miss school due to sickness, and maybe even have someone who could write prescriptions. Just having the school be all inclusive. I think I would want it to be on a year-round schedule versus the traditional agricultural setting that most schools are on. And I really, though this is like fictitious at this point, I do believe that with the right resources, the right help, the right path, that the Lord could allow this dream to come to fruition. So again, my nonprofit organization would be maybe an academy school, maybe a K-8, I'm thinking, where the biggest pull and the attractor to the school would be that teachers would be able to bring their children to this school from newborn all the way until they enter preschool, which it would also have an on-site preschool, maybe even some daycare services, extended aftercare services, and just being able to manage this organization and hopefully obtaining this degree and organizational leadership will provide a pathway for me to help make this dream a reality. Have a blessed day, and pray for me that the Lord open doors. Thank you.